Hello everyone, welcome in. Hi, how are ya? How's everybody doing? How you guys doing? Give me a sound check. Make sure people can actually hear you.
Hello. Hopefully
All right.
everyone can hear
Hello.
us.
Seems like the tech gremlins are on our side. Maybe it's because I've got so many goblins here. My gremlins have been scared away, perhaps. What do you guys think? Is there like a taxonomical tree between the goblins and the gremlins? Is that like are they related? Are they
I don't think
cousins?
we've
Do they hate
explored
each
yet,
other?
law.
What's that?
Law-wise, we haven't
Yeah,
explored that too
lore-wise,
much yet. We need to.
gremlins and goblins,
Yeah,
because
I think that's
I've
what we
always
need
felt
to-
like my tech gremlins feel much more like gremlins, like tiny and like gnawing on wires and stuff, like the old classic movie from the 80s.
Maybe for session 3 we can do.
Yeah, for session 3, the dice gremlins make
Rob's
it
pet goblin.
different species. Well, welcome in everybody to this special Halloween one-shot. This is celebrating the Monster Menagerie dice from Dice Goblin, the Session 2 dice. This was a Kickstarter that you guys did that I helped with, and it reached several stretch goals. One of which was that we would create a module that used all of this particular set of dice. And one of the stretch goals was that I would then run that module. So that's exactly what we are doing here. We've got a module created, and we're going to be running it today. I am your Dungeon Master for this evening, Robert Hartley. I am obviously joined by my players, who will introduce themselves as players for now. We'll get you to introduce your characters once we actually get into it. Right below me, you can see the dice cam here. I've got 2 sets of dice particularly to show off for now. I've got these lovely swirled green ones that are the Robert Hartley GM dice, separate to the Monster Menagerie, but I wanted to show them off anyway because they're my first official set of dice in my merch store. And then this beautiful set here, this is one of the sets that you can get from the Monster Menagerie. I actually was lucky enough to get, here we are, the entire box of blind box dice. So you guys were gracious enough to send me that, and I've been enjoying opening them up on camera. So more about that in a second. But let's get introductions first. On the overlay to my right, Michael. Who are you? Where would people have seen you?
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm one of the 2 co-founders of Dice Goblin. That's pretty much it. I'm currently in China, so any random disconnects, I very much apologize for. But it should be fun.
That is the we have to it's so easy to get frustrated over tech, especially for me. But I do have to remind myself how utterly magical it is that I'm just in my room in New Zealand speaking to furniture essentially, and somehow it's all getting transmitted to China and the UK instantly. It's pretty magical. So yes, if people have to put up with a little bit of lag or whatever, then so be it. Next to Michael, we have Eddie. Who are you? Where people find you?
I am Eddie. I'm the other 50% of Dice Goblin along with Michael. We've been doing it for about 5 years now, and I think we've been working with Rob on various things for the last 3 years, maybe.
Yeah. I started. I think I started helping you guys with promoting Kickstarter 1, the Session 0. So yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And along with Scar, who will introduce himself shortly, he was in a similar vein, helping us out promote early Dice Goblin, and he's still here as a big fan. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing this today. I will say that I did write the adventure.
You did write it. You did write it.
So I don't know how much has changed. I don't know how much I'm going to.
I've made a good effort, a good solid effort to make this feel different enough that you won't have to worry about like not knowing the answer to the mysteries and such. But it's still going to feel like it's the same module, just like with different mysteries. And if people are watching this going, Michael and Eddie look familiar, it's because you guys joined me for my Short Rest series, my conversation series where I chat with people from the community. So if people want to hear more about your work with Dice Goblin and Gobos and stuff, they can do that over there. Below you, Eddie, Scalaquin. Who are you? Where would people find you?
Hello. So I'm Tommy Scarlequin, kind of interchangeable at this point. I am a very unprofessional dungeon master from the south of Wales here in the UK. As Eddie mentioned, I did some work with them for promo when they first launched Session 0, going back a good few years now, and I'm here to cause some problems.
Love it. Can't be an all Goblin one shot without some problems. Which leaves lastly Gil, or however you want to tell people to pronounce it. Who are you? Where would people find you?
You can pronounce it how you like. I am Gil. I am the game designer of Gobos. That's the next big project from Dice Goblin. That's been in the work for years now. So big things coming.
Nice, very good. And if people want to keep on top of information about Gobos and other Dice Goblin things, where would they best find it? Just Dice Goblin UK?
It's just Dice Goblin UK. More information about Gobos is going to come out.
Yeah, so basically we've been doing Dice primarily for the last 5 years, but for the last, I don't know how long, I think nearly 2 years we've been working on Gobos, which is our own TTRPG. It's a very rules-light, fun, goblin-based role-playing game. But Gil actually designed the game and approached us, and this is perfect for your brand. And we're working together ever since. You can check out more dicegoblin.co.uk/gobos. You can actually get the alpha version at the moment. Stick your email in. You can download the alpha of it and give that a read or give it a play even better. And we have a Discord community as well that's growing in the run-up to the launch, which will be hopefully February 2026. So very soon. We've had it in our back pocket for a while now, and we're ready to start shouting about it and get the Kickstarter going. But yeah, please check that out.
Hell yeah, nice. Cool.
As a playtester, it's very fun.
Yeah.
Tommy has playtested it with us.
Heck yeah. Before we start, just a note on content inclusion, so that you can decide if this is the right content for you guys to watch today. This is a horror-themed one-shot, a horror-themed story. It's a sort of a Halloween spooky theme, but it is far more invested in the humour and silliness of comedy horror. There will be obviously reference to monsters, death, and some blood and gore, no doubt. But we're aiming for more of the vibe of something like a PG-13 comedy horror kind of thing. So if that sounds like you, keep watching. If you want to play through this module, you can actually get a PDF of this module with any sale from this Dice Goblin set. So the Monster Menagerie dice, they're all blind box, so you can get any one of I was going to say 12, but actually 13, because there's a rare set in there as well. That you might get instead. So you can get any one of these, and each one comes with a PDF version of the map, the module with the beautiful map as well. Although I will warn you that if you are going to play the module, you're about to watch me play the module, so there obviously will be some spoilers there. I have changed big elements of it, so you should still feel like you can get your own story out of it, even so. I think that's pretty much all of the pre-promotional stuff to talk about. So if you want to know more, you can type !Dice Goblin in the chat, and it'll pop up with a link to the Dice Goblin website where you can find all of the dice that we're talking about. And also, you'll find my Robert Hartley GM dice. I'm very proud of them, and they come in like a little beautiful Robert Hartley logoed bag and everything. So check them out while you're there too.
Selling fast as well, so I don't know how long they're going to be available.
Yeah. I'm excited about how they're selling, because I was kind of we were back and forth about like, how long am I going to have to go before I can? I was like, we need to sell X amount to break even. So as long as we sell that amount eventually, that's fine. And we've almost hit that already. So I'm very, very pleased with that. All right. Well, with no further ado, then let's begin. Firstly, this is Professor Brains. Every autumn, Professor Brains hosts a harvest festival on the grounds of his estate, inviting all the villagers of Goulswood along with any travellers that might be in residence. The get-together is always highly anticipated, with locals spending months crafting elaborate, spooky costumes inspired by the denizens of the surrounding haunted woodlands. Attendees partake in drinking, dancing, and games that run well into the night. Odd-looking and eccentric though he may be, Professor Brains is beloved, both for his generosity and the protection that he provides the village. He's driven many ghouls and monsters from the village over the years, a much-needed service in a place like Goulswood. This year's party spares no expense. Posters promise platters of exotic food, a live band, and new games. The invitation even hints at an extra special surprise. So, tell me, who are you playing? What do they look like as you finish getting ready for the party? I'll roll a d4 to see who's going to go first. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. That's Eddie. Tell me who you're playing and what do they look like as you're getting ready for the party.
Well, wouldn't take me long to get my costume on, but before you see a pretty well stacked looking goblin wizard. He has a fine robe with stitched stars and moons over, large wide brimmed hat, and his beard tied into a nice beard tail, ponytail. What do you call a beard tail?
yeah, beard tail. A braided beard, I guess. A beard braid.
Yeah, that would do. He's carrying like a rudimentary stick that he has taped a star to the end of, suppose as his wand. And he looks quite giddy to be wearing his costume. He's enjoying this LARP.
Wonderful. And Giel, you're next as of the dice. So who are you playing and what do you look like?
I'm playing as Voivod Bloodfang. I'm wearing a fancy top hat. I have pale-ish skin. I wear like a fancy suit and a big red scarlet cape. And there's a little red substance, let's say, dribbling from a corner of my mouth. Yeah.
I've only just now noticed as well that in the creation of this overlay, Eddie put an extra N in Bloodfang, and then you asked him to remove it, and as a joke, he removed a different letter entirely, making you Bloondfan. And then when he sent me the overlay, he sent me the wrong one, and now you are Voivod Bloondfan.
I'll go with it.
Thanks, Eddie.
We'll pretend I did that as a joke. That's just me doing too many things at once and putting a typo in. Like Bloondfang is better.
All right, odds and evens.
Well.
Odds. Michael, we're going with you next. Who are you playing, and what do you look like as you get ready for the party?
So you can't really make out the facial features of Hanklin Haystack currently, as he's wearing a pumpkin on his head. So he's just a humble farmhand who has been traveling through town, working the farms, working the fields, and heard there was going to be a harvest festival. He's only really attending for the pie, and on short notice, he didn't realize it was a costume party, so he just took the attire of a nearby scarecrow to wear his costume.
Just stole the costume from a scarecrow to have something for it. Makes sense. I mean, if you're a farmer and you got scarecrows on hand, why not? Which leaves Tommy. Who you playing, and what do you look like?
Yeah, I am bringing Gander to the table this evening for you guys, I suppose. Gander is immediately obvious as a hobgoblin amongst the smaller goblins in the group. Standing just shy of 6 foot, has the same sort of reddish orange complexion that you'd usually expect for a hobgoblin. He has, for the costume party of the evening, managed to squeeze himself into what you would kind of, in our world, sort of a store-bought ninja costume, which is clearly a size or two
It's
small.
a child's one, yeah.
The ankles are.
Yeah, this is a world of mostly goblins. So your hobgoblin attire will be like, it's like you need to find the goblin version of
a crop top.
Big and Tall.
Exactly.
Your ninja
as the world's greatest thief.
The world's greatest thief with 3/4 length pants and crop top ninja. I love it.
A crop top ninja.
So as you, as the 4 of you ascend the winding cobblestone path from the village towards the professor's estate, you have gotten together, whether or not you know each other very well or not. You've obviously seen each other in passing at the very least, just to save the awkwardness of having a one-shot where you have to spend half of it introducing yourselves to each other. You know each other at least in passing. And it's not long before you see the imposing stone wall demarcation of the property, enclosing the grand mansion within, the best kept example of the original architecture of the village of Goulswood. You approach the creaking iron gates and see that they stand propped wide open, giving an unobstructed view through them to the Gothic stonework and traditional purple brick of the manor house. The sound of laughter, music, and loud conversation, coupled with a few carts and wagons parked in the small paved forecourt, tells you that you're fashionably late and the party's already entertaining many attendees. what do you do? Do you enter through the gates?
Yeah.
Head on in.
Can't think of anything more funny to do at this
Wow.
stage.
I've never
Then-
seen a building like this. Is some sort of king live here?
Maybe a wizard.
Oh.
I've heard wizards make great money.
How much money do you have, wizard? Great money.
my coin purse. Perhaps seeing Gander staring me.
Yeah, it's like Gander's ears visibly twitch in response to the sound of clinking coins as you move your coin purse from one pocket
Yeah.
to the other. And of course, once again, as the world's greatest thief, nobody would ever expect me to approach directly through the front gate. So that is what I will do.
Very well.
Just to pause, do you just keep telling us that you're the world's best thief as well?
Oh yeah, oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like James Bond being the worst spy.
It's a
Are
seven.
you just,
In fact, let me do
are
this
you saying that
properly.
in character as you're walking through the gate?
Yeah. So, as the world's greatest thief, nobody would expect me to approach through the front gate, so that is exactly what I will do.
So don't steal my
follow this
gold.
man.
I just have some gold on me, no silver because I'm allergic. So no silver for me.
Is anybody else suspicious about our new friend?
Don't know why you would be.
I
It's
think
just
something-
As you know, you mentioned it.
very good costume is all it is.
Or something.
What costume?
Yeah.
It's a weirdly specific allergy, I have to say.
Interesting question. Voivod, do you have any trouble entering through the gates?
Well, I think I can do the outer gates, but if I'm gonna enter the mansion, I think I wasn't formally invited, so just a personal preference thing. So
Yeah, just
I
you
would
don't
like
want to
to
be impolite.
have someone go in before me and then just maybe ask me to come in. Then that's just personal preference.
So you
I have no qualm. That thing
you,
makes total sense
you,
to me.
you walk through the gates into the grounds proper, and you see that you're greeted by two carved pumpkins flanking the front steps. One bears a very sinister grin carved into it, and the other one a rather friendly smile. An on-theme orange and black bunting is strung across the tall, heavy front doors. What do you do?
Perhaps these
Head up to
pumpkins will make a better costume for you.
Perhaps they're about equivalent to the one that you're wearing, but they also
Oh.
don't have.
You could
They
take
also
it
don't
happy
have.
or sad.
They
I
don't
mean,
have
I'm
a base
already
cut
wearing
out of them.
Costume. So the other ones also have a mustache. Is my question.
they have not been carved with a mustache. No, does yours have a mustache on it?
Can I just assess the pumpkins and see I
Sure.
don't know, see if I prefer it over.
Give me a nature check. First roll of the game. See how you do it, and assessing how rotten they are, how preserved, how sturdy.
Okay, that's a 7.
A 7. These
My
are definitely
+5.
pumpkins. You can tell you pick one up and it's pretty light. It could be worn as a head of sorts, but you'd have to cut a section for your neck, obviously. You can't tell whether it's better or worse than yours. Not with a 7. You have no reason to switch to it. But
I
you
think
can still make the choice.
I'll keep my own.
Yeah, you pop it back down on the steps then, and presumably then you head inside, or at least some of you do.
Yes. I'd be
You,
keen to check out the party.
You open the front doors then and head in. The volume of the party obviously increasing as soon as you have opened that particular barrier. And just standing in front of you in the long hallway, the foyer as it were, is an artisanal crafted sign that reads, "Gifts in the ballroom, please. Help yourself to food and drinks in the dining room," with an arrow to the left and the right respectively. And then at the bottom of the sign it says, "Once you're settled, come and find me. I'd love to see you." And you can tell that it was obviously written
You
by
remember to get him
the
a
master
gift?
of the house.
Did you guys bring
We're
gifts?
meant to bring gifts. Huh?
Oh god, how embarrassing!
What do you have on you to fashion into gifts, or would you just sneak into the party without leaving your gift?
I go through my bags.
We need to leave a gift. Yeah, I'll see what we have. Check
You could do the sneaky thing of like writing your own name on somebody else's gift.
I was
At the
considering
table
that.
as well.
You
Or
know
you could
what?
You have the world's greatest thief with you. You could steal something from his house and then gift it back to him. There's all manner of things you could do. You could say your gift is your present.
Rich men like crowbars. Is that a thing?
So
way
what
to
is
find
sort of like what is there anything particular that some kind of like sticks out in the entry hall? Is there anything like really of note?
Let me let you know. It is. The entry hall is it's a long, narrow lobby cutting through the centre of the mansion. There's doors on either wall. It sort of feels like it's designed to invite you deeper into the house. There's commissioned paintings, obviously, very nice and very large paintings of Professor Brains's deceased family members, decorating both of the papered walls. And on the floor is a large purple rug that's a little bit stained. Stretching pretty much the length of the hall. And at the very end of the hall that you're looking at is a suit of armour, goblin-sized, and then stairs up to the upper floor. But nothing stands in the hall that seems like it would be easy pocketable stuff. There's like a small table with a porcelain vase on it with some lovely flowers in. Some obviously the paintings would be worth a bit, but not easy to steal. And of course, you could check the various rooms to see if there's anything in any of them to steal.
For my gifts, I will take one of my playing cards, like the King of Hearts, and I'll put an arrow like right through his heart, and leave it just with a little bow on it, a little scarlet bow on there, and I'll say to the group, "Well, this is my gift. I took an art class in Goblin College, so I think you'll appreciate that."
And as with all good art, you're meant to just understand what the meaning of it is. You're not meant to ask, otherwise you're
yes,
showing
of course.
your own culture.
I think it's quite evident.
Yeah. How about the rest of you?
Go and lay our gifts down then at the table in the dining room.
So you head through to the ballroom to where to lay your gifts down. Heading in there, then you see it's quite clearly the largest chamber of the mansion. It's hung with purple drapes and lit with twin chandeliers. It's the centre of the room for the Harvest Festival is kept clear for dancing, with round tables skirting both of the walls, with bowls of candied nuts and streaming cider, and various ghoulish favours. Down the far end of the ballroom is a temporary stage waiting on one end. There is an empty drum kit, a piano, and a crackling phonograph that's clearly set up for a band to play here at some point tonight. On the far end is a double, just to the offside of the band, is a double set of doors that lead out onto a patio behind the house. And then just on your left, a long table with various different gifts on it. There's bottles of wine, there's a fruit basket, there's a large bouquet of flowers on there, there's a book, and then there's a wrapped gift or two.
I will go over and set my crowbar down on the table. I don't think I have enough. My wisdom is too low to put my name on my tag. So
You just put a crowbar with nothing on it.
Yeah.
Just pop that on the table next to Voivod's arrow with a card pierced onto it. Gandor and Hanklin, what were you doing?
Looking around on the table, is there any? Are the gifts all like really nice, or is like? I mean, I have a pot. That's all I got on me.
I mean, the gift.
They probably wouldn't even know it's a gift. They'll just think it was left there.
The average quality of the gifts was about here, and then a crowbar and an arrow got put on the table, and the average quality of the gifts went down. So now a pot wouldn't be so standoutish.
Okay.
You put a cooking pot, a cooking pot without a lid, a used cooking pot just on the table, cleaned obviously, but it was baked on stuff at the bottom. And then Gando, you step up to the table. What do you?
I need a new one.
Yeah. And so Voivod, you tied a little bow onto your present using, you said it was like a blood red ribbon. Do you have additional ribbon that Gander can steal or borrow?
Probably. Probably
Fabulous.
some handkerchiefs.
Yeah. What Gander will have done is actually have removed one of the paintings from the entrance hall, wrapped the ribbon around it, then taken a gift tag off of another present, crossed the name out on it, popped his own name down, tied that to the bow, and then placed the painting pride of place in the center of the pile of gifts.
Were you trying to do any of this stealthily or just out in the open very clearly?
You know what? I will say that I'm going to try and do it stealthily because dexterity is my dump stat.
As it should be for a rogue, of course, the best thief in the
rogue,
world.
Yeah.
Give me a stealth check. See if you do so without being seen.
It's still an 18.
Nice. Get those good rolls out of the way first with your dump stat.
Wow, he really is the best thief in the world.
I think it's because you have such confidence. It's like an act like you belong situation where people do just straight up see you doing it, but nobody takes notice of you doing it because who would be bold enough to walk into a house they've never been in, take one of the guy's own paintings of his deceased family members off the wall, and then take it elsewhere? They don't take notice of it because it's like, yeah, that guy obviously is one of his staff or something. And so nobody takes note, and you get away with putting this bow on it and leaving it on the gift table. Once you've done so, you have the party to yourselves. What would you do?
So where's the pie?
I'm saying drinks. Sorry.
Where's the
What did you say,
pie?
Mike?
Where's the pie?
I said,
There
where's
was
the pie?
there was an indication on the sign on your way in that gifts in the ballroom and drinks and food in the dining room. On the opposite side of the lobby. So if you want to head in there and get your drinks, you can do.
Is there any sign of the host around?
Not that you can see. Give me a perception check to see who you can see around, though.
That's a 3.
A 3, wonderful. You can see there's not many people.
2.
There's not many people currently in the ballroom because there's no music playing and there's no one dancing this early into the party. But through the windows at the back, out onto the patio, you can see what looks like a sexy witch. And on the random table, you can see what looks like someone dressed like Van Helsing, talking to each other with a drink in hand outside. But none of the host or anything.
Could I, if we're going to go to the dining room to get some food and drink, could I, try and, I'm attempting to be noticed by this sexy witch, so I want to try and walk with some swagger, maybe sort of give a look back over my shoulder.
Give me a charisma check, see how well you can pull off swagger.
That's an 11.
An 11? It's average. It's average swagger. You definitely don't trip over and make a fool of yourself, but you don't do anything to catch her eye either. She's outside. She's talking with somebody that's already got her attention. She didn't look through the windows to see you at this opportunity. But you find yourself back into the dining room. Then you head through the lobby and into the dining room, where you see this ostentatious wood-paneled room, dominated by a long antique table and illuminated by a roaring hearth, on which sits a thick stone mantle adorned with various candles. There's some wonky wooden chairs, but they've been pushed off to the side to give room to just walk right up to the dining table, which is adorned with a large banquet of various different buffet foods and snacks. Lots of festival foods, lots of autumnal pumpkin pie and such like that. On the walls here, again, much like in the lobby, you see portraits up on the walls, but this time it is much older portraits. It seems like it's perhaps his forebearers and long gone ancestors. Each of them is dressed in very decadent attire, always in purple, it seems like, with the purple stonework and the purple in the portraits. That is his favourite colour. You can see that finally, as you help yourself to some food and turn around, off to your right as you walked in and missed it immediately, there is a temporary bar set up where there is a woman serving drinks, various cocktails and mocktails and things. What would you like to do?
Is it easy to distinguish the staff from the guests?
Not particularly, no. This is a costume party and there are a lot of people in costume. For instance, the woman serving drinks looks like she's dressed up like a hag. She's got obviously some sort of false nose on with warts and things. She's got seemingly missing an arm. and but she's still doing very well with mixing drinks. She's obviously got some sort of what do they call a mixologist to her. She's like shaking cocktails up for people. And then there's various different people walking around. Let's see. There's someone dressed like a giant spider in here with like the pool noodles with string between them, so that when they lift their arms, they come up. But no, it seems like there's no one obviously like dressed in as like a butler wandering around.
I think I'll see a buffet table and just have at it.
Just start chowing down.
Right there with you.
Nice.
We're probably going the queue and getting a plate and piling it high.
I'm not very hungry. I'm not very hungry for anything that's on the table. So
when did you last eat? I mean, it took a while to get here.
Well, could be like a week ago, I guess, like a normal goblin amount of time. I'm on a diet.
The pie was delicious. You're missing out if you don't try it. Honestly,
I'll have a slice of pie in my hand and try to feed it.
as this pie comes in, I'll have you make a. I'll have you make. Let's see which one first. If you want to avoid this pie that's gonna get smushed into your mouth, I think that takes precedent, and it would be a dexterity check to just pull out of the way as this pie is being forced upon you.
That's not natural 20.
An unnatural 20. You are definitely quick enough and dexterous enough to just knock his hand aside and tell him, no, I don't want the pie. But as you do so, you also get a waft of something from the table that you definitely can tell has got garlic in it. There's just that smell of garlic in the air that makes you feel a little bit ill.
That's also why I'm avoiding some food. I am also allergic to garlic. Only two things: garlic and silver. It's just a personal thing. Runs in the family.
Yeah, it's
so
perfectly
that's
normal.
also why. I just eat at home usually. But
do
I
you,
would like to.
do you partake in a drink instead then, perhaps?
Sure. Yeah. I'll have a drink. I'll try to walk up to the bartender lady, and I will tip my cap, my hat, even as I do. Like a couple of bats fly out of the hat, and I say, "Howdy, good evening, miss."
Oh, bats. Bats in a hat. I haven't seen one of those in a while. Quite an interesting costume. Good evening. My name is
Costume?
Edna. What can I get for you? I can make anything.
I know one of those. Well, just a drink, anything like red wine, maybe.
Red wine, of course.
If you have it.
Something with a little
perchance.
syrup, perhaps.
She starts to swirl a bottle and pours out a measure of it. She's sort of. It looks like you get the impression she's gauging you as she's preparing this drink. She's sort of reading you and thinking ahead, like what sort of a drink you'd like. You just give her sort of one prompt and she's away with it, and she's suddenly pouring stuff, mixing things. Anybody watching this and not indulging 100% in the food can make an Arcana check to see if you notice anything particularly magical about the way she's creating.
I would, as my wizard costume, I would love to roll an Arcana check. I got a 14.
Not bad. Anybody else?
I also rolled. I got a 13.
13 and a 14. The two of you notice that she is putting more ingredients in this than just would normally be in a regular cocktail. She's definitely adding, not like a hell of a lot, but she's making things that is essentially minor potions.
A regular glass of white wine that has 12 ingredients. That's red wine you were having.
Yeah, red wine, but she's putting all sorts of things that you like.
In my town, it tends to be that red wine is served neat. Now, she seems to be adding all sorts of lots of things.
As she pours it in, it comes out a lot thicker, let's say, a lot more viscous than wine. Beautiful dark red wine colour, but the viscosity of... Oh, I can't think of something viscous like that. Maybe... I don't know, blood, for instance, just for any particular...
Off the top of your head, yeah.
Just off the top of my head, and she slides it over to you and says, "It's all paid for. The master of the house is picking up the tab for this. Enjoy." And she slides you over.
Thank you, young miss.
Have you seen him anywhere?
Oh, yes, he's around. I think he was perhaps had a little too much to drink out the back, perhaps on the patio, somewhere around there. Anything for you, sir? And she looks dead in the eye to you, Gandor.
Something non-alcoholic, for once, actually. Thank you, please.
Very well, non-alcoholic. You want to keep a clear head, do you?
Voivod, do you drink this drink that was handed to you?
I think I dramatically swirl it around at first, and then I hold it up dramatically, and I one drop fall from the glass into my mouth.
It is very sweet. It is not. It does not taste metallic like blood. It is definitely a base of red wine. She's just added some sugary syrups to it and some various different flavors. But there is a potion element to it. So as you do start to drink it, I need a D100 from you. Gandor, she shakes up all sorts of things, pours various things into it, and then eventually slides you over a drink that is like a very light lime green colour. With your plates piled high of food for Clobbles and Hanklin, do you want a drink as well? 15, thank you.
I am extremely suspicious of the way she's making
It's
these
free.
drinks.
Did you say the drinks are free?
Yes, they're all
They're
free.
free.
The master's picking up the tab, the master of the house.
Oh, yeah, of course I'd like a drink. Oh, ale, please.
Ale.
Ale.
Interesting.
She gets out like a big stein, poof, puts it down and starts swirling up drinks and adding things, and then she rolls a one of the mixers down her arm and into the crook of her neck, where she shakes that back and forth while she picks up another one, and then she lets it roll down her shoulder, and then she pops it with her elbow, and it flips up and lands into the stein as she finishes mixing up the last piece, and then pours you out this ale that's got this beautiful thick froth to it and a really nice caramel to it. Voivod, you feel invigorated. This thing, whatever it is that she's given you, this drink is giving you life. It feels like for the next minute you regain 5 hit points at the start of each of your turns. If only you had any sort of damage before this had happened. Gandor, did you drink the drink she handed you?
I did indeed. It's very green. It looks very nice.
Give me a D100. Hanklin, do you drink?
D100.
Yeah, I'm just going to sip the foam off the top first. And then,
Okay, give me a D100. And
Chug it all down
Clobbles,
really quickly. Just
do you request a drink?
No, I'm okay, thank you.
Fair enough.
It's going to be a 65.
65, thank you. Okay. And Hanklin, what, give me that D100.
86. Sorry.
86, thank you. We'll do Hanklin's first because it's a lot less damaging. As you drink this ale, it seems like you don't notice it at first, but it's a delicious, very delicious drink. But as you leave the room, the rest of you notice that he leaves sort of a track from the dirt that he'd taken in outside, and it's not like you've been traipsing through mud and bringing mud into the house, but the faint amounts of dirt that you're leaving behind seem to be that of crow's feet rather than your own regular goblin feet. Gandor, rather than there being a relatively harmless or even useful wild magic to your drink, you feel like there is a crackle of energy from it. Like there's so much potential energy stored within this sort of lime-looking juice that suddenly from you, like a static charge has been built up as you rubbed your feet on the carpet, and up to 3 creatures that you choose within 30 feet of you take 4d10 lightning damage. Yeah, significant. As you feel the static coming off of you, you can choose to just have it harmlessly hit the room around you, or you can choose up to 3 creatures to get hit with this lightning.
I'm going to. I'll choose like the chandelier, one of the tables of food, maybe a few pieces of furniture around. I'm going to avoid, targeting my friends.
We'll say just
no. I'll be nice. I'm not going to shock Edna. No.
That's 7 and 4 is 11 plus 6 is 17. Various things around the room to take 17 lightning damage, and like parts of sconces fall off the wall, like some of the plaster gets broken off, and she goes, "Oh, I didn't know that you'd get that one. How interesting." I'm going to say that Voivod, you took like just a little bit of the scrape past you just to give you some hit points to recover on the next turn, and then you feel it healing up, and she goes, "Oh, and you got that one. Wonderful news, wonderful news." At this point, you hear this like poof, crunch and like some smashing of plates, and you hear somebody go, "Oh, for goodness sake, Jeeves!" And walking in through the front door, you see this large man. Well, man is pushing it a little bit. He's many men stitched into one. A Frankenstein's monster, a flesh golem, has had to dip his head to get through the door. It seems like while many parts of him are made up of goblin, there's lots of hobgoblin parts in there as well, making him a lot taller than most others. And this mansion is mostly made for goblin-sized people. Even yourself, Gander, you're noticing that you're having to stoop a little bit to go under the doors. He has clumsily just knocked into the doorway and dropped a bunch of food, and a chef is following him in, who's just admonished him for being clumsy, and he just kind of just grunts in apology, essentially. What do you guys do? What's your next port of call?
Find our host and.
Can I ask
Edna, can I
where he got his
ask?
costume?
Yes.
I wanted to ask the Frankenstein Monster Man where he got his costume. It's unbelievable, and I've never seen anything quite like it.
You walk up to this man, and he kind of looks towards you. Make me an insight check, see if you can read his expression as you start talking to him.
That's the one.
Natural one. It's so difficult to read him because he's not just a single head on other people's bodies. It looks like every part of his face has been stitched on from various different goblins and stuff as well. So he's got like a smaller eye socket on this side, and his nose is almost Picassoed up a little bit where it shouldn't be, and it's really hard to read any kind of facial expression. But you start talking to him, and he looks towards you, and then does not answer you in any kind of discernible language, but instead just drops the platter of food that he was holding, and then just and just starts like reaching out towards you as if he's going to try and grab you. What do you do?
I'm going to swat his hand away and move backwards. Like,
You swat his hand away, move backwards, and the chef reaches up and grabs him by the elbow and says, "Jeeves, goodness me, I'm so sorry about that. Do as you're..." And he just kind of like manhandles him, goblin handles him, and sort of pushes him away a little bit. Clobbles, meanwhile, you were asking Edna something?
He's incredibly dedicated to his character, I'll say that much. And can I ask, are these regulation drinks that you're serving here? Is this what people in Goulswood enjoy?
Oh, people enjoy them. Yes.
I would like to insight check Edna.
Sure, give me an insight.
This is why I don't drink non-alcoholic drinks.
I'll use my incredible
Bad
powers
for
of
you.
deduction with my -2 to insight. That'll be a 5.
Cool. What were you trying to deduce from this? What were you looking for in her reactions?
I was trying to. I'm trying to tell whether these drinks are like normal place at a party like this, or if this is just some like drugs bar that people are enjoying, or whether this is like a solo operation from Edna.
You can tell that from the bar she's set up at, it's clearly a part of the furniture of the mansion, so it's something that has been set up for the party. It does not strike you that would be the case if she was just trying to like surreptitiously sneak drugs to people at a party. She's doing so very openly, and she's like the one drinks bar in this mansion, it seems. But her entire being is definitely giving you suspicion, and you're able to tell that there is magical quality to these drinks.
I'll chalk it up as just a quirk of Goulswood, and I'll say this is a very strange village since I arrived here. Can't say I've lived anywhere like this.
Getting stranger by the day. Well, enjoy your party.
She says as another goblin
You
comes
too.
up. Let's see. The goblin that comes up is dressed like a superhero, it seems. Just has a black mask on that's got like pointed ears, and a black one-piece leatherish suit, and like leather wings, and he goes, "I'm Bat Goblin. Give me a drink." And she starts to pour him a drink. You make your way out of the dining hall then, and where are you going to try and look next to see if you can find your host?
Well, I think he was on the porch. I've heard.
You were told that he might be outside the back, out the back of the mansion on the patio. Last time somebody saw him.
Yep.
So you head out that way.
As I'm walking out, I do like sneak a glance at Bat Goblin. I'm very interested. Bat Goblin.
With the bats that you released from your hat, only just now finding their way out of the house, out of the front of the house into the night. You make your way back through the ballroom then, and through those double doors at the back out onto the patio. Out here you can see that it's a beautifully paving slabbed area that provides a very neat patio for entertaining guests on. There's bunting and string lights decking around the area, which has several round tables laid out for guests to enjoy the evening at. 2 stalls are let up for like carnival type games here, and there's an archery target off to the side as well, with a picture of a vampire stapled to this throwing target. There are people manning the stalls, and let's say one of them is currently in use with somebody dressed like a plague doctor with a plague mask on. You look around, and aside from the plague doctor, you do see the sexy witches still standing here with the who was it before? The vampire hunter. The vampire hunter and the sexy witch are currently talking with drink in hand, and next to them you see a gentleman that you expect is probably the host, given that you know the vague identification of the host being the Professor Brains, this guy. You see this guy with his purple suit on and his eyeglass over, with a glass dome showcasing the top of his cranium and the internal brain, and he is currently just standing, swaying ever so slightly, and just like getting way too close to the guy dressed as the vampire hunter, who's just kind of trying to push him off a little bit as he's putting his attention on the sexy witch.
We'd like to introduce ourselves, would we not? Perhaps we should speak to the vampire hunter. And I give Voivod a very suspicious. I'm pretty much doing the Fry from Futurama suspicious gif constantly. Yeah.
So what would you?
Well, why not?
Introduce yourself to the group, essentially.
I would. I don't know if anyone else is joining me.
Well, then you do that. You do so. Then
Yeah.
you walk over to them. You give introductions. The host, Professor Brains, you assume, it does not seem to respond. He just puts his face up against the side, the back of the head of this vampire hunter. Is like the vampire hunter whose name, let's say, is Lob. Lob says, yeah, good. You should talk to them now. And he sort of like grabs him by the shoulder and just sort of pushes him over to you to introduce. And the professor just kind of is pushed over and then like reaches out and puts his hand on your face. As you say, thanks to invite. Oh. And he just puts his hand on your face, and then he just like puts his other hand comes up and grabs your shoulder, and then he just puts his forehead up to your forehead, and then just kind of like pushes his face against you. Yeah.
We brought you gifts.
Yes, brought. Definitely.
At this point, he opens his mouth and then just slightly licks you on the cheek.
Oh!
Lob the vampire hunter looks past him and goes, I think he's had a little too much to drink, maybe. Too many nerves about hosting a party of this size.
And what is your costume, I say to the vampire hunter?
Can you tell I'm a vampire hunter? You better watch out, he says to you, Voivod. He says, you better. I got top marks on the old vampire stake throwing over there. Points over to the archery that had the vampire stuck to it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
your costume, you're dressed like a vampire, and I'm a vampire hunter, so like I'm just making a joke. It's okay. Lob holds his hand out to you.
I shake his hands and I tip my hat and more bats fly out.
Whoa! Oh, that's impressive. Oh, that is commitment to the. This is the best costume I've seen since that. What would you call him? Jeeves, was it? And the sexy witch that's standing next to him, she goes, "Oh, thanks. I guess, Lob. I thought my costume was good, but whatever." And he goes, "No, I didn't mean you. You look great, Jamo. I'm just saying, like you. That's this guy's got live bats in his hat. Anyway, do you want to dance?" He says to her and she's like, "Let's see. How's he doing?" "Oh, he's not doing too well." She goes, "No, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go get some food, maybe." And she like just leaves the party and heads back inside. And he goes, all right. Well, I'll good luck with that guy. And he just turns and starts to leave.
There's that awkward moment when you're left at a party with like your friend is left and just like go find somebody.
So you have a
Perhaps
seemingly extremely intoxicated Professor Brains with you, but what else would you like to do?
Is he just with us now?
He's currently pressing himself up against you and slightly licking your face.
Perhaps, Professor, you'd like to show us how this vampire staking game works. I'm sure our friend here, staring at Voivod, would love to have a go.
Yeah, I took archery classes in Goblin College, so I think I'll...
Multidisciplinary Goblin College, this guy.
It's just Goblin College, like it's just life skills of being a goblin.
Yeah. Life skills and archery, specifically.
The professor doesn't answer you, but you do see that the goblin who's running the stall overhear you and says,
I can explain how it works. Come on over. I've got steaks for you.
You make your way over. He looks like he's probably in his late teens, and he hasn't quite grown into his arms yet. He's a little bit gangly, a little bit awkward looking, and he's wearing a vampire costume, but it looks like a very poor put together one that he hasn't put a lot of effort into. He goes, "I've got 3 steaks. You take the steaks and you stand at this line over here, 10 feet back, and you throw them at the target. And if you get him right through the heart, you get a prize. And if you get all 3 of them through his heart, you get even better prizes. Do you want to have a go? It's free."
I walk up to him. Yeah. Well, you look like a real vampire.
Thank you. Not like yours. I saw the bats before. That was really impressive. Are they kind of come back, or have you lost them now?
I don't know. I wore this hat I think a year ago. It was just in my attic collecting bats, I guess.
Oh, okay. And they've been living. What do they eat? Never mind. Just do you want?
And he hands you 3 steaks.
I want to throw them at the targets or shoot them.
Excellent. So, question for you. Do you have any sort of proficiency in improvised weapons or similar throwing weapons, like throwing axes, daggers, darts? You do?
I have.
Excellent. Then you can make a regular ranged attack. Then that'll be your dexterity plus proficiency bonus.
So that's +6. So that's 23.
23. The first one, right through the heart of this paper drawing cutout. But it hits at an angle that also keeps it open for the next one as well, because you're so precise with it that you got it out of the way. Second attack.
I'll throw this one and say, "Die, dirty vampire," and I'll. That's a 13.
13. It hits the target, but it hits the target somewhere down near the hip of the vampire.
And he goes, "Oh, you should know better than that as a vampire yourself. Stakes won't do anything except right through the heart. So I'm afraid that's 1 down, and that's 2 down, one success. So let's see if you can hit it with that third one, shall we?"
I'll make it. I turn around and I throw it over my shoulder.
Give me an attack roll.
That's a 24.
24 definitely hits. You turn around and boom, over the shoulder, hits right down the side of the other one. You can hear the scraping of the wood as the two stakes hit each other. And he goes, "What? Why did you not do that with the second one? You could have got an extra prize." Well, you did a fantastic job there. Let me get you the twos. On a little stool beside him, he's just got a bowl that says one success, and it's just filled with like loose candy. And then he turns around to go to like this tiny little tent sort of thing that he's got set up, and he gets a different bowl out that says 2 successes, and these are like full size candy bars, like chocolate bars and like sharing pack sort of sized chocolate bars. Behind him, in the one that's labelled 3, it's not a bowl. It's just it's a set of 4 bottles across the back that all have red liquid in them. As a wizard clubbles, you recognise them as healing potions, light healing potions. So if you'd got all 3 in, you get a light.
I recognise those as healing potions.
Here, take any one of the take any one of these chocolate bars.
I will just pick a random one that looks the priciest, like looks the cleanest.
you take a lovely one that's got nugget and nuts and things in it. Is anybody else having a go at this, or do you check out the one beside it? As you are standing there playing, you can see that the one beside it is a bobbing for eyeballs, and there's a woman dressed a bit like an old hag who has painted wooden eyeballs in a bowl, and she's got various different prizes as well. And then there's a person on the other side of her that you can't quite make out from where you're standing, but you can hear that there's a shuffling of cards.
Definitely want to get involved with all of this very quickly as well. As Voivod has been playing the stake throwing game, now seeing Voivod stood next to another person that is dressed as a vampire, something has clicked in the back of Gander's mind, and in like the worst stage whisper imaginably, he will turn to the other two and go, "Hang on, I think I've realised something. He's allergic to silver, he's allergic to garlic, he drinks weird red drinks, and he didn't like any of the food. I think he might be a..."
Whoa, now, don't go giving it away. This is only part 1. If you want to see part 2 of this one-shot, well, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get notified when it goes live. Or you could consider becoming a YouTube member. They see it a week early.